How does word study reveal Greek and Hebrew complexity? Imagine trying to understand a song by only listening to the chorus. You miss the depth and meaning woven into every verse. That's what studying the original biblical languages can do for your Bible reading. When we look at Greek and Hebrew, we see they are more than just words. They are rich systems of expression that reveal layers of meaning often hidden in translations. Greek and Hebrew have different grammatical structures than English. Greek uses many verb forms to show not just when an action happens but also how it happens. For example, it indicates if an action is ongoing, completed, or repeated through verbal aspect. Hebrew verbs are built around roots and patterns that carry nuanced meanings. These patterns help us understand the original intent behind the words, which can be lost in translation. Word order in Greek and Hebrew is more flexible than in English. Instead of strict rules, they use placement to emphasize certain ideas. When you study the original text, you can see what the author wanted to highlight. This can change how you interpret a verse or passage. For example, a word placed at the beginning of a sentence might be the main focus, giving you clues about the author's message. Both languages also have a broad vocabulary that often gets simplified in English. Greek has many words that seem similar but carry different shades of meaning. Hebrew words often come from roots that generate related words, but their meanings depend heavily on context. When you do a word study, you discover these distinctions, helping you avoid oversimplifying or misinterpreting key terms. Syntax, or sentence structure, in Greek and Hebrew differs from English. Studying how phrases connect reveals how ideas flow and relate. This can clarify confusing passages or reveal subtle differences in meaning. For example, understanding how a clause relates to the main sentence can change your view of a biblical story or teaching. Studying the original languages also shows the stylistic choices of biblical writers. Psalms, for instance, use poetic language, while the letters of Paul are more structured and logical. Recognizing these styles helps us see how each author expressed their message and how that impacts interpretation. Practicing word study encourages us to examine the original text carefully rather than just relying on translations. It helps us grasp the true meaning of verses and their relevance today. It also guards against common mistakes, like assuming a word's root always defines its meaning or ignoring the context. Learning how to conduct word studies in Greek and Hebrew connects us more closely to the biblical author's original thoughts. It makes Bible study more accurate and meaningful. When we understand the complexity of these languages, we gain a clearer picture of Scripture's message and how it applies to our lives today.